So you got everybody all riled up the other day with a. I didn't know you could get people this riled up with just one emoji. But don't do that, please, on Sunday mornings anymore when I'm in church because my phone was just going on. What's going on? So obviously locked. Don't wait till noon before that
Well,
again,
I will.
please.
I'll wait till 1 o'clock.
Wait till church is out, man. That's
When
my
I
wife's elbowing me and
pass, I'll wait till then.
get off your phone in church. And I'm like, well, but locked link Jarrett up. And I know you had a blast out there in Omaha. I had a flight scheduled for that last weekend and unfortunately didn't make it, but what a turnaround and what a year for them. And, excited about the future with Link Jarrett, and the baseball team.
Well, you've seen what he's been able to do, and I go back to a culture change and really mirroring what we have as a department culture. A head coach comes in, really fits well with the other coaches. Student athletes are more engaged in not only what we're trying to do as a department, as a university, but as a baseball program. And that's something that's just real exciting to see where he's taken the program and the discipline, the fielding percentages. We can go on and on about the improvements on the field, which is all his hands that he has all over that and his expectations there. But really looking at what we're doing off the field, looking at some facility renovations. We doing a project right now to help with the batting cages to enclose those. So if anybody would like to help us with baseball, please reach out to Stephen and the Seminole Boosters. Because we have a couple of projects we're doing to really enhance baseball. Baseball is it's a top sport. It's a priority, as all of our sports are. But our fan base really loves baseball as they should. It's the most historic baseball program in collegiate baseball, and we're going to get that national championship here because the program here deserves it. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure the student athletes are getting the resources and support to compete at that top level. And, we were just a call or two away from being in that final game, in my opinion, this year. And if we're in that final game, looking at the talent, being there in Omaha, being on the baseball committee, and looking at the talent, I really liked our chances of getting there with lining up our pitching staff. So if he's doing a marvelous job. We have agreed paperwork's not in process. But we have agreed to a new extension for him, as we are several of our coaches. We're looking at Brian Pinsky and extending him, and
Yeah.
Amy Bond and extending her, Trey Jones, what he did, finishing second, extending him because, we have such a great group of core coaches here that really do it the right way. I would put our coaching staff up against anyone in the country, sport by sport, especially when it comes to the care and love for our student athletes in this university and making sure we're doing things the right way and the core values match what the department and what the university sets forth. I would put our coaching staff up against anyone else because I think we have the finest head coaching and assistant coaching staff in the country.
Yeah. You mentioned some of the upgrades, some of the things that are coming to Dick Hauser. Are there talks around and maybe new TV money or new revenue that comes in from different things that you guys are doing internally? Are there talks in the future? And there's always seemed to be rumors swirling of a new stadium, or is that pretty far off? Are the thoughts of that somewhat close? Where are we with that? We will get right back to it, but first, I wanted to tell you about my friends over at the Mango Board. The Mango Board is essentially a group that just aims to educate and inspire folks on why they should essentially be eating more of the greatest fruit of all time. Debate somebody else, not me. There are a lot of great fruits out there, but nothing quite compares to how good a mango is. My kids beg for them every time we go to the store, and then when we get them home, they eat them so much faster than I can cut them. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not trying to get you to click a link or enter a code. Just the next time that you're at the store, maybe grab a mango or two at your local grocer. Now, the Mango Board partners with FSU Athletics, and you may see them tagged in tweets. You may see them out at different sporting events, and if you do, stop by and say hello. Remember, the next time you're at a grocery store, grab a mango or two. You will not be sad that you did.
TJ, I go back to Ben Zierden as he's sitting there doing all these projects. I was walking in his office and say, I got an idea. And he yells for me to get out of there. So does Stephen. No, but we look at everything. We're constantly looking at how do we upgrade. how do we provide a better fan experience, as I mentioned earlier, and student athlete experience. So whether that's renovations to what we're currently doing, while we're looking at maybe building something different down the road, we want to stay ahead and we want to keep competing at a national level. And to do that, you need to have a vision. And trust me, we have a vision way down the road. Ben will tell you, in my mind, the stadium project and the football facility is already built, and I've moved on to other things and asking what can we do to make some of these other venues even better or build new venues. So we're constantly looking into the future and trying to plan for that. Not only planning, but looking at financial resources down the future. Of how do we fund something so that we are prepared when that opportunity comes, that we're farther down the road than others.
Yeah, the upgrades to the graph have been great. The things that you guys have done to add standing room there and add other things I want to maybe a two parter. We'll lump softball in with baseball a little bit, but thoughts on some of the additions, the premium seating up top, which we've spent some time together in, and then also the standing room, and then are all of that considered? Is there more coming to Joanne Graph as well?
Yeah, softball we're constantly evaluating. What it needs to make it the finest facility in the country. Evaluating what we need to do at soccer. Possibly doing some chair backing there and chair backing those bleachers. That's on my radar. We're doing some offices, so we're constantly meeting and saying what does each facility need to get better. Totally Gym, looking for volleyball, they've been so successful under Chris Poole. What can we do to make that experience better? So it's constantly looking at one, the student athlete experience and the fan experience too, and saying what are little things we can do along. But it's mostly planning and going out and identifying the needs, identifying when you want to make that renovation possible, and then fundraising for it. And that's something that I think we've done a marvelous job of putting plans in place for facility upgrades, whether it's a locker room or whether it's a fan amenity, that we have a plan, and we know when we're going to address it and making sure that we stay on top of it. I call it deferred maintenance plan. We went a long time at just not having deferred maintenance on our facilities, so we got behind on where we were compared to our peers. So playing a little catch up right now, but I love the hard work our staff has put forth. I love the support we've got from our donors, from our fans to support these visions of the various facilities. And they've really come out and supported and given us the resources to make those difference for the student athletes.
It's been a lot of fun to see the changes. It's been a lot of fun to see the growth. We'll wrap up with this. 50 days from now, we'll both be in Dublin, maybe on
Yeah,
some kind of tour or something. But I know you're looking forward to that. And there's no off season for you. I know that you're hiring and busy, but it's
we're
all that
going.
we're thinking about is getting to Dublin. So excited to get over there.
Right. I mean, right now we're going through a track coach search. Coach Brayman did a marvelous job
Yeah.
for 24, head coach for 21 years. I can't say enough great things about what he's done and meant to Florida State. But we're going through that change right now and going through that, and then going through lacrosse coach interviews and designing a facility for lacrosse, something we haven't even talked about. So we're in the process of that. It'll open in 25. First, it's played the spring of 26. So I'm really excited about getting our new head coach on board here this month. That way they can start recruiting and everything for the following year. So there's a lot going on. It's amazing when you look at the schedule. I looked at it the other day of my travels and where I'm going to be, and going, oh my, I'm in Ireland in no.
Yeah. Next month.
Laura is not very happy about us trying to get away because we haven't been able to for even a day this summer. But it's that time of year, and especially with everything Florida State's got going on and the growth that we've had over the last few years and the success we've had with our programs academically and athletically. It's just an exciting time to be a Seminole, and we're going to continue to push. I promise you, as long as I'm the athletic director here, and as long as our fan base and President McCullough and the board will allow me to have this role and continue to push Florida State's narrative on a national basis and continue to get better and grow. and support our student athletes.
Well, we appreciate all that you do, and hopefully you can have a couple of rest relax days over in Ireland to make the missus happy. But
Yeah.
man, we are so appreciative of you taking some time out and chatting with us, and look forward to seeing you across the pond.
Now, thank you for all you do. Once again, I want to thank you. You remind people to join the Booster organization, to join Battles End, which is something we didn't even touch on, but to join that and support our student athletes. And it's so important at any level that you contribute and help us provide those winning edge resources to our student athletes. So thank you for doing that. And I just want to thank all of our fans and especially our boosters out there, and go Seminoles.
Go Knowles. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.